2023's best action cameras compared. A lot of side-by-side footage, analyzing hardware, software and testing most of their functions in this 10-round battle in order to find out which is the best fit for you, GoPro Hero 12 or DJI Osmo Action 4. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, great to meet you. I'm Michael, the Tech Mishka, and I know that some of you have been eagerly awaiting this comparison, the two best action cameras of 2023. We have the GoPro Hero 12 and the DJI Osmo Action 4. I wanted to take my time and use them for long enough, see if the companies are going to release any significant updates in the first few weeks, and of course, stay away from the hype and the emotions so that we get a balanced and good opinion about which one of these is better. So in this video, besides thoroughly comparing them, I really hope to be able to help you to make the right buying decision or simply to figure out how far action camera development has gone in 2023. The first major topic to mention is the build quality. We have here two very well-designed action cameras and each one of them has its own identity and signature of the build. GoPro keep the same form factor as the last two generations, but they do switch to a slightly different texture and design. For sure, the body continues to be of extremely high quality and durability, waterproof without a case. Access to the battery and the microSD card happens within seconds, and now there's the return of the 1/4-inch thread at the bottom for attaching a tripod. Osmo Action 4 also tends to keep the well-perceived design of its predecessor. It is resembling the design of the first generation of the Osmo Action series. Just like Generation 3, the fourth iteration has a touchscreen on the front. Some of the elements are metal-made and it feels a bit heavier, but the fact is that GoPro weighs a few grams on top of it. You can remove the front lens, just as you can do with the Hero 12, feels a little more rugged, and the fact that you can have an extra protective frame is not to be ignored. Furthermore, this quick-release system is simply a bliss. I liked it so much that I've modified my GoPro to support the same. In order to conclude the round, I personally feel better when holding the DJI Osmo Action 4. It gives the confidence that it can survive in more challenging situations, and having dropped both of them proves that Osmo Action 4 handles impacts in a better way. So giving it the win in this round. Next comes the research about the internal components, and for some of them we know quite a lot, for others just a little bit, and there are areas which are kind of grey and we have absolutely no clue. GoPro, on theory, should provide the better hardware, a homegrown system on a chip which is called the GP2. It's something that they reused from Hero 11. Decent performance offers up to 5.3K video at 60 frames per second, plus the mind-blowing 240p in 2.7K. Image sensor is by Sony, a rather big one, but the pixel density is actually an obstacle because the pixels are getting a very modest share of the available light, so the darker it gets, the more noise and grain you're going to see in the footage. The display is nice looking, however not superb in terms of peak brightness. The battery lasts really long, with all the optimizations brought in the new generation longer than what most people need. Osmo Action 4, on the other hand, supports up to 4K resolutions only, and the maximum frame rate in this mode matches GoPro's best achievement. While we can only guess that the chipset is Umbrella-made, unclear which model though, the image sensor is also not disclosed, but my research leans towards an OV48C image sensor by OmniVision, something which remains unconfirmed though. Whatever it is, it provides mind-blowing low-light performance, and dynamic range, sharpness, noise, they all are really good for a small action camera. As for the battery performance, it's been always a strong side of DJI's cameras, so hard for me to pick a winner about the hardware internals. On one side, GoPro have higher resolution and somewhat better frame rates about slow motion, but this low-light filming advantage of DJI Osmo Action 4 is quite significant. I'd vote for a parity here and let you help me by sharing your thoughts in the comments below the video. Since we now know enough about the hardware, let's see if daytime performance is going to match the expectations. Besides the image quality, we're going to compare the effectiveness of the image stabilization. It is fantastic with both cameras. GoPro have their new Hyper Smooth 6.0, while DJI rely on their Rocksteady, both of which are extremely effective. There might be minor differences in the way they react here and there, and I'd refrain from sharing which is my favorite, Instead, let me ask you. Please add your comment below and let me know which of the samples you prefer and why. If you're obsessed with image stabilization, you should explore the option to utilize the software GyroFlow, which, based on the recorded by the camera's gyroscopic data, can stabilize in post, avoiding some of the artifacts and imperfections which the in-camera processing may bring in. Insta360 use a similar concept with some of their cameras, and it works quite well. Also, Action 4 appears to be wider, but GoPro have found a solution to win about field of view using the so-called Max Lens Mod 2.0, which is nice, but I find it practical in just some situations, and the scratchable lens plus the lack of ND filter support make me go back to the maximum FOV that DJI provides. I'm not really sure whether the mod is really worth the money. Concerning the amount of details and colors, this probably is the part which will somewhat disappoint the GoPro users, because the D-Log M profile on DJI's cameras plus the awesome bitrate converts into footage which is great for color grading. Additionally, if you plan to combine the footage with other sources, you may utilize footage from DJI's drones and handheld cameras, which happen to share the same color science, and matching the color profiles is significantly easier. True, Hero 12 has now a log mode, but let's say it's still far from ideal, and the moment you run away from good light and sunshine, the footage quality significantly degrades. As for low light performance, maybe we can do a blind test for this round, again assessing dynamic range, clarity, colors, details, and of course stabilization side by side. If I say that the winner is the footage on the right side, because it is superior in each and every way, less jittery and more stable, it means that DJI Osmo Action 4 wins again. Yeah, no surprise, a larger image sensor plus lower pixel density converts into better quality footage. And there already are enough opinions shared online that Osmo Action 4 is now the king of action cameras because of its low light capabilities. And thus far, after all these rounds, it kind of has the advantage, but can it keep it until the end? Because I've also compared the battery life. Recording in 4K, maximum bitrate for each of the cameras, same conditions and frame rates. If any of the previous rounds have seemed to be subjective, here we are basing our research on hard evidence. Plus, only one of these action cameras supports quick charging, just saying. How about the microphone quality? If you recall all these reviews of Osmo Action 3, the microphone quality was good enough. Now with the 4th generation, it's even better, and DJI keep the option of easily connecting an external microphone. Now we're testing the internal one, and you can let me know in the comments below what you think of the overall quality. Unbelievably wide. That's the SuperView Mod 2.0, and a good opportunity to try out the microphone of the new GoPro Hero 12, which is supposed to be very close to the performance of Hero 11, meaning excellent. Concerning user interface and touchscreen operation, I'll try to keep it short here. 2 displays, both of which are touch-based, the never-freezing super responsive flavor of DJI's user interface and the so tidy and functional menus guarantee its first place. GoPro's well-visible main screen, the slightly annoying scrolling functions and the not that well-grouped features, especially compared to the Osmo series, make me recommend it for being just fine. I continue to kind of dislike Hero 12's new interface and the lack of consistency about the UI from GoPro's side. As for accessories, it can be really interesting, and this, by the way, is one of my favorites about GoPro. Pity that they no longer do it and produce it, but this round might be one of the most subjective rounds because different people have different style of using the cameras, therefore they would use different kinds of accessories. Still, we can divide these into 2 major categories, the manufactured by the companies themselves, but also we can think of some third-party solutions which can be a lot cheaper. As a starter, Osmo Action 4 has the best one coming with the camera out of the box, being the quick release mechanism. Finally, there are official ND filters from DJI, which you can quickly install or detach. It's not that easy with the GoPro Hero, and they recommend Polar Pro's version on their website. Yes, the amount of accessories for Hero 12 might be greater, but the quality and the effectiveness of DJI's line are, in my opinion, better. Furthermore, I feel that the best Hero 12 accessory right now is this plate, enabling compatibility with DJI's quick release system. So objectively, I'm gonna call it a tie, but I think I'm clear about my personal choice. The smartphone apps are the next major category. It could be the key for choosing the right action camera for you. Let me start with the mighty GoPro. They have the Quick app, great for creating media on the go, but also for controlling your action camera. Quick has been consistent through the years, also provides cloud backup option, and I feel this could be a strong selling point for GoPro. Furthermore, if you sign for the GoPro subscription plan, you can get some of the accessories at a discounted price, besides the cloud storage that we just mentioned, so it's a decent choice. Plus, Hero 12 finally again supports video preview while recording, because it's been gone for a couple of years. DJI have a similarly good smartphone app, however, no cloud option included yet. Furthermore, the app is not available on Google Play Store for Android users. This means that if you have an Android smartphone, you have to download the app from DJI's official website, something that existing customers are already used to. DJI are, in my opinion, masters about providing the best-in-class user experience, and the optional video editor is simple and powerful. As for the price, Hero 12 tried to catch Action 4 by cutting a big piece out of the Hero 11's price, and still, DJI's camera is more affordable, and if you go for the Adventure combo, you get an awesome value deal with some accessories. Hero 12 plus the Lens Mod 2.0 costs a bit more, and you need to spend even more on extra accessories. So, good try by GoPro, but the only way to be happy with Hero 12's price is if you have the subscription plan already and buy it with a discount. So, to me, the choice is pretty obvious, and honestly, I didn't see this coming, especially after all the struggles with the first batches after the release of DJI Osmo Action 3, but the Chinese company has returned stronger than ever with an action camera which I believe represents the best of 2023. But I need to make something very clear. The differences between these two action cameras are really minor. This certainly is the slow motion champion. Over here we have fantastic low light capabilities, brilliant stabilization, and yes, it has won most of the rounds, but I believe that whichever you have from these two action cameras, you're gonna have a lot of fun and they would do great job. And yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in the way GoPro have handled the new 12th generation, because in terms of hardware, you see just the color on the outside, the arrival of 1/4-inch thread mount at the bottom, the removal of the GPS, which is not really an upgrade. Maybe they could have pushed a serious firmware update with all the new features to Hero 11 and waited until next year to bring in some really meaningful hardware upgrades. And trying to say that, yeah, now you're going to see more footage recorded with the Osmo Action 4, at least concerning my e-bike and e-scooter reviews, and probably you noticed the trend in the past few weeks already. And I really hope that all the rumors we've read about 4K 240 FPS and 1-inch image sensor of the new GoPros are staying somewhere on the roadmap for the next year. And that's been all I wanted to share in regards to DJI Osmo Action 4 versus the GoPro Hero 12. In case you have questions, I think you know how to reach out. In case you don't, well, there's a comment section below the video. In the description, I'm going to post links to both of the cameras, some more information and ways to support my work here on the channel. And thank you very much for watching this episode till the end. Maybe you can hit the subscribe button in case you haven't done it already, and give us a like. And I hope to see you very, very soon. I'm the Tech Mishka. Wish you a fantastic day. Bye.